Mrs. Higgins.
Yes.
Now, what do you think of your relationship with your son?
I think Mrs. Higgins loves her son very, very much, but she knows that he's an impossible man, that he's grown into a bit of a bully. He's a bit of a little boy. He's been spoiled. I won't deny she probably spoiled him. And now she realizes it's time for him to grow up, and she hasn't the faintest idea how to make him grow up. And I think she's hoping he'll meet the right young woman who can take over for her, stand up to him, and make a man of him.
Well, do you take anything from the movie version of with Rex Harrison?
I loved her performance. Who was it? Gladys Cooper, I believe.
Yes, she's so funny.
She was quite lovely. I'm not going to say which one, but there was a line added for the film, which is not in the original script, which I have added myself because it's a lovely, lovely laugh line, but I'm not going to give away what it is.
All right, that's okay. We look forward to that. And don't you at any moment want to give him a slap for...
Oh, absolutely. Oh, good heavens.
That's what I feel like.
In America, they would call wanting to, what is it, whack him upside the head, I think is what they would say. No, she does it with her tart remarks. But yes, he certainly deserves a good smack. Absolutely.
Are you all from America?
Yes.
Okay, so how do you deal with a very English thing, you know, the language and the very specific way of saying things? My English is not very good,
It's great. Well, as far as the dialect goes, the British dialect, I worked on it in school. So I got my master's at Ohio University, and so that was one of the things we worked on was different dialects. So.
Are you all from Ohio?
No. I'm originally from Tennessee. Actually, it's rather
because
in the
Henry
South.
Higgins is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm from Wisconsin and we all moved to New York at some point.
Yes.
And that's where we all departed from. But I too studied in school, and then I did My Fair Lady before this, and we had a dialect coach, and then so coming back into this is natural.
You play the character
Freddie Einsford. Yeah.
Freddie, okay. I think he's hilarious in the movie. Are you going to repeat what he does in the movie?
Well, I love the movie. It's wonderful. I try to bring my own personality to the role, of course. And the great thing about this show is that it's always funny because the way it was written and how the score and everything, it all comes together as long as you just go through it. So yes, I do think he's very funny. He's swept away by Eliza, and so...
But what do you think of the fact that you can never be satisfied with your goal of getting her in a movie, and you're always having that emotion on stage?
Right, yeah. Freddie's goal you're right, is never satisfied.
Yeah.
He's left at the end, and in the show, in the musical, we don't really know what happens to him. So in my mind, he would go back to his mother because that's where he lives, and then he would probably fall in love with another girl. But none as beautiful as Eliza, obviously. So.
Either that or he's camping out on the street.
Either
still.
that, or he just stays out for the rest of the time.
I'm still in love with her.
Exactly.
Oh my
Still
God.
writing away love poems.
We actually came up with a different scenario just a couple of minutes ago that Alfred P. Doolittle, Eliza's father, has taken him in, and now we're clipping the joint right here.
Right.
So bringing him over to my side of things and teaching him the ways of the world now.
Are we going to see that version?
Yeah, it's a sequel. It's a sequel.
All right, sequel.
My Fair Lady 2. Doolittle's Revenge.
Okay, you play Pickering. Yes, Pickering. Okay, tell me about your character and your version of it.
Well, the Colonel actually is an educated man. Harrow School, Cambridge, but he's spent his life in the service of Her Majesty's military. And so he's much more in touch with all rank and file. You know, he's not an elitist like Henry Higgins.
What part of him do you like playing?
He's got a good soul, a good heart. He loves people.
And you're just like that?
I try to be. Actually, it's taken years to get here. I won't say I started out that way. But as I've grown older, hopefully I've mellowed, and I try to consider your feelings just as I do my own.
We all do. And you are...
Alfred P. Doolittle.
Yes. Okay. So now, are you very much like him?
Well, I'm afraid to say yes, I am. I like to do as little as possible, which is why he's named that. There's some similarities, but you know.
Okay, tell us what's similar.
Oh my goodness, my you know, there's a wonderful work ethic or lack of work ethic that he has. You know, he's happiest when he's got as little as possible, because then you don't have to worry about anything. You know, you keep your worries less. So if you have too many things, if you're too materialistic, then you've got all that to so much keep up. All those yachts and apartments in the south of France. Who needs that, right? Yeah. I just want my own little place, and that's how Doolittle exists. He's got a simple life. And the minute he even says they offer to give him £10, and he says, no, give me £5. £10 would make a man feel prudent,
that's right.
And that's, you know, you're not happy if you're
philosophical,
if you're,
very.
So
yes.
he's a pub philosopher.
Yes. And you're just like that.
No,
too.
yeah, right.
Which part of him do you like playing the most?
Every single part of him. I really do.
Such a joy.
He's so much fun, because I think he's underneath it. He's got a lot of charm, and that's how he gets over on people. You know, he can deliver his message with charm and humor. And
okay.
That's a gift.
One thing always gets to me in the movie is when he does the laughing at someone. Are you going to do that on stage?
You might see that.
Okay.
You might just see that.
Okay.
Yeah. Stanley Holloway was the master of subtle humor.
I look forward to that.
He played the Mooch in the film. Yeah.
Okay, Mrs. Pierce, right?
Yes, Mrs. Pierce.
Tell us about your role.
Well, Mrs. Pierce is the housekeeper. She runs a very ship-shape sort of household. Tries to keep Mr. Higgins in line as much as humanly possible, although it doesn't succeed all that often. But
what do you
try.
think of Henry Higgins?
I think that I'm very fond of him. I think that it's kind of like he is, as Mrs. Higgins says, he's kind of a little boy. So there are times when it's just, all right, you know, can't treat him like he's a complete adult. He's very impulsive, and so he just goes and does things. And so that, of course, disrupts my world. But I think that in the same, there's a fondness there.
Would you slap him if you have a chance?
Oh, my goodness. I would just love to.
You all take turns after the show.
Right. Right.
Especially you, I bet.
Stealing Eliza.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for your time. Have a good time interviewing all of you. Have a good show.
Thank you very much.
I'm coming to see tonight.
Oh, great. Great. Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.